Welcome to my channel Red Square. My name is Boris and I still owe you the English part of the review to the movie Cyber Tracker 1 from Fokus Media. And before we start with the review, don't forget to subscribe my channel, to push the like button, and of course to activate the bell. You don't miss any reviews from my site in the future. And so we start with the review. Should we? The near future. Eric Phillips is the head of the intelligence division responsible for protecting Senator Bob Dilley. He is an advocate of the computerized judicial system recently introduced by the Cybercore Group, which collects and uses electronic data as evidence to determine the guilt of accused criminals. The sentence is carried out by cyber executioners, they so-called trackers. But the more Eric learns about Senator Dilley and Cybercore's ruthless plans, the greater his conflict of conscience becomes. When he refuses to cover up the murder of an industrial spy, Cybercore blames him and sends a tracker to kill him. At the last moment, Eric defeats the tracker but is captured by underground rebels whose secret leader is the well-known news journalist Connie Griffith. Cyber Tracker Part 1 is an US-American production from 1994 under the direction of Richard Pepin. Richard Pepin is also known as producer for movies like CIA Codename Alexa from 1992, T-Force from 1994, from To the Limit 1995, and Skyscraper from 1996. Both are with Anna Nicole Smith. In the cast we have Don Wilson, we have Richard Norton, Stacie Foster, Joseph Ruskin, John Aprea, Abby Dalton, and Steve Burton. The genre we have a science fiction and action thriller. As rating we have in Germany an unrated movie and a running time of 90 minutes. The release of both Mediabooks was on September the 27th, 2024 by Fokus Media, and we received 2 limited unpadded Mediabooks with consecutive numbering and spot varnish finishing, and we received cover A with a limitation of 222 items, and we have cover B with a limitation of 222 items too. In your Mediabook you will find 2 discs, 1 Blu-ray disc and 1 DVD, which contains the DVD version with a running time of 87 minutes. As bonus material you will find following on your discs: an interview with Don the Dragon Wilson, we have an interview with Art Camacho, we have Don Wilson fight with Richard Norton, we have an Art Camacho biography, and we have an Richard Norton biography. For the languages you can choose between German and English, and also for the subtitles you can choose between German and English too. The basic story approach of Cyber Tracker Part 1, which with its judge and executioner mentality is reminiscent of Judge Dredd, is given an interesting twist by the idea of computerizing the entire legal process. However, the good idea is wasted within about 5 minutes and doesn't really play a role in the rest of the movie. Basically, the script only needed this approach to set an overpowering opponent against our hero. And from this point on, it's all about speed, speed, and speed. Because the core tracker proves to be unbreakable and mega strong, and also causes leading actor Don Wilson a few headaches. Although there is a subplot involving a group that would like to win Eric over their cause in order to fight with him against the system, this doesn't really add any more complexity or anything like that. It's about a big hunt, and that's what you get. And it's really solidly staged. Sure, the effects presented, such as a gun morphing out of a leg or a police badge materializing in the palm of a hand, are not longer what they were in the 90s from today's perspective, but they are still convincing, definitely serve their purpose, and make me nostalgic for this great film era, which I often mention in my reviews. The visuals present themselves in a solid way, with some strong earthy colors, blue-tinged night images, and an overall very strong color palette. The music for the movie is surprisingly successful. The cyborg is given a kind of Terminator theme, and there is even a piece with a choir at the beginning. Musically, you really can't complain here. But what is always the most important thing in a Don the Dragon Wilson movie? Is the action. And it's certainly appealing. The main focus is clearly on shootouts and stunts. More impressive are the brutal shootouts, which always have bloody consequences, and the brute car stunts and car explosions typically of the PM Entertainment Group. In one scene, one of the American fire engines is even allowed to spin in the air after taking off. Cybertrucker is a though roughly successful sci-fi flick in which the story and actors do not disappoint throughout. At least this time Don has been joined by Richard Norton, a fairly well-known warrior, as another opponent. Unfortunately, for my taste, Norton is seen very little, which is why he basically doesn't seem to be present at all. Only a very successful final fight between Norton and Wilson makes up for Norton's appearance. In the end, Cybertrucker is surprisingly good entertainment, and it is a lot of fun throughout in a rather nostalgic way. And so I rated this movie with 7 from 10 possible movie rolls. And in the end, I would like to know, how do you think about this movie with Don Wilson's Cybertrucker Part 1? Let me everything know you know about it, and what do you feel about this movie in the comments, please. I'm looking forward it. And don't forget to subscribe this channel, to like, and maybe you will leave a comment down below, and we will see us in the next review from my side. And until that, I wish you all the best. See ya.